Okay. Minimize. Can you all hear me? Yeah, okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, I want to welcome you all to Lifestyle Changers presenting our brand new investment club partnership. And we are partnering with the Stocks and Stilettos Society. So, I'm super excited about this opportunity because I have been dreaming of us having an investment club for so long, especially since I have been in myEcon, because I honestly believe that it's the next step for all of our business partners who at least have an established emergency fund and have started paying off of your debt, because then you'll increase your cash flow in a way that you need to start investing. And starting an investment club also aligns us with myEcon's wealth strategies, because it's all about personal finance, but it's also about asset accumulation, because you want to get to a point to where your investment portfolio is large enough to actually sit in an account, pay you interest, and those interest payments should be able to fund your lifestyle. So that's the ultimate goal of why we're in myEcon. Now, it's also the reason why we want to do an investment club is because I want to press upon you the importance of investing into a diversified investment portfolio, because we already know that we don't want all our eggs in one basket. I want to make sure that you understand how to read financial statements, understand tax returns. And also, an investment club is just a fun way for us to learn about investing, becoming more knowledgeable about the stock market. And for some of you out there who may be a little shy to talk in front of people, this is a great vehicle for you to use to be able to help you with your public speaking. Because here's the reality: we're all going to be able to introduce um, stocks to each other. And at the same time, you want to be able to sell to each other why we need to invest in this stock. So this is a great opportunity, again, for you to pick up some skills with public speaking. And the number one reason why we want an investment club is because we want collective buying power. Because it's one thing to have $500 or $1,000 to invest in an individual stock brokerage account versus having $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 available for you to take advantages of opportunities that are out there in the stock market. There is some objectives that I want our investment club to meet. Okay, so number one, I want our investment club to take a steady growth strategy. Okay, not more steady growth over a long period of time. So what I don't want you to have the impression is that this is a stock club where we trying to make money fast. Okay, or that we are investing in super risky investments in order for us to turn a profit or a large profit fast. That is not what this is. This is really about picking the right stocks and growing and investing over time. Now, as a group, we are going to decide how much we want to invest on a monthly basis right after we do our initial investment. Okay, so as a group, we're going to decide whether that's going to be $10 a month, $25 a month, $50 a month, or it's $100 a month. We're going to decide that as a group. Now, what we also can do for those individuals who want to maybe pick maybe a little bit more of an aggressive investment, we can decide whether or not we want to allocate what I call a little bit of play money. So in case maybe we want to invest in Bitcoins or something like that, where where it fluctuates um, really fast, it could be up 25, 30 points in a day, and then it could drop down the very next day. You have to have the stomach for that. So if we want to set aside some play money to be able to do that, we can. But I want the 90% pretty much of our portfolio to really be about long-term companies and steady growth. Now, when you join this company, what you are agreeing to is that we meet a minimum of once a month. Okay, so we can do twice a month, but the minimum has to be 1 month. We're going to meet through the webinar because, you know, everybody is living in different locations. So we have to make it fair to everyone else. As a group, we're also going to decide which stocks we're going to invest in, and everyone is going to get a vote and majority wins. Okay. We're also going to have to decide whether or not we're going to reinvest or we're going to pay out dividends and profits, you know, because there's going to be some stocks where we're going to earn some profits over a period of time, and we can decide whether or not we're going to sell that stock, take the profits, and then we're going to split the profits evenly. There are some stocks that are out there that do pay dividends. So when those dividends are announced and distributed to stockholders, we can decide if we want to pay out those dividends equally to each other, or do we want to reinvest those dividends so that we, you know, are constantly investing on a month-to-month basis. What I will say to you is I do not want you to participate in this stock club if you do not have your emergency fund set up. So if you don't have $1,000 in your savings account right now, if you don't have $3,000 in your savings, well, a total of $4,000 in your savings account, I do not recommend that you participate, because here's why. Anytime you're investing in the stock market, there's the possibility for you to make money, but it's also the possibility of you to lose money. And if you don't have the ability to stomach losing money, this is not for you. And also, I found that if you don't have an emergency fund set up, you will invest the money and then something happens. You know, the car break down, the water heater break down, things happen, and you're going to be like, okay, I want to sell my stocks so that I can get some money because I don't have any money. And that's because you don't have an emergency fund set up. This is a long-term investment group. So we don't want people who come into this and then a month later, 2 months later, even 3 months later say, okay, I want my money back. That's not how investment clubs work. So this is long-term, and we're at least going to have our investments in place for at least 6 months. So if you can't stomach that, this is not for you. There's also going to be actually penalties in place for leaving a group, because you can put us in a situation where we're selling different shares, or we're having to buy you out because you want to leave the group before time. So there is going to be penalties in place for that. But of course, everybody has the option to leave the group. Okay. But I don't recommend that or want that. So make sure that you are in a good financial situation before you get into the investment club. Also, our investment club, we can only have a maximum of 20 people. I honestly want in between, maybe no more than maybe 15, but we can go all the way up to 20. And the reason why you don't want a super large group is because, remember, everybody has a vote. And sometimes it's a little bit harder to get everybody to come in agreement. And also, we are all working with so many different personalities and things like that. So I want to make this as streamlined as possible. So the maximum group size for this investment group where I am going to be participating in, it's not going to be any more than 20. Now, as you know, we have huge teams in myEcon. So there's going to be other things in the future that we're going to work toward. But right now, this group is not going to be more than 20. I honestly believe that starting this investment club is also going to be a great marketing tool for you to expand your myEcon business, because not only does myEcon give people the strategies to change their life, you know, teaching them how to minimize their taxes, teaching them how to get extra cash from their job so that they can take that cash and get out of debt, teaching them how to fix their credit, and then teaching them how to invest. So the fact that we have an investment club, that just makes myEcon even more attractive to people, and will make it easier for you to offer this opportunity to other people. Now, I want to talk about some of the future goals that I envision when it comes to our Lifestyle Changers Investment Club. Actually, the oldest investment club on record is called Hamilton Trust, and they have a number of different stock clubs within it. And the average value of the stocks in most of the clubs that they hold is about $99,000. I also remember there was an investment club. I remember these old ladies. Everybody in the club was like 65 or older. but they built $1 million investment club, and they're all debt free, and the money that they're earning from investing is actually funding all of their lifestyle. So I think that that is pretty cool, and I do envision us creating $1 million, $2 million, $3 million investment club. So I see the vision for this movement that we're going to be a part of. So my goal is that we have investment clubs in every state, that we have a myEcon leader, and we're going to have various clubs in each state. So of course, this first club that we are launching is only going to be 20 people. We know that we have, you know, a whole bunch of people, well over 600 people in our organization. So we know that if more people want to participate, we're going to have to launch more clubs within the state of Illinois alone. And then all my leaders that are in various states, Florida, North Carolina, you know, Baltimore, all these, California, Ohio's, you know, Memphis, you know, we're going to have to launch different clubs throughout the country. Another future goal for me is that once we learn this system, we learn the platform, you know, we have some great results from our investment club and our portfolio is growing in value. I think this is an awesome way for us to give back into the community, and that we should launch investment clubs for kids. We should have investment clubs for teenagers. We should have investment clubs for college students, and we should have investment clubs for churches. And so, example that I wanted to mention, there's a young guy by the name of Damon Williams. He actually joined an investment club when he was 11 years old, and he joined it because he wanted to be able to save for his college. After 6 years of starting his investment club, he had a portfolio of over 30 stocks valued at over $18,000. You know, I think that if we start some investment clubs, and let's say the kids are like, you know, 7, 8 years old. I mean, you guys, 10 years old, you know, we can teach them about finance at a very young age. You know, start them with some shares of stock. Of course, we're working with their parents, but we can start them with shares of stock. So by the time they do reach 18 years old, they may be able to fund their own college education or launch their own dream business if that's something that they desire. But it gives them the great foundation in personal finance so that they make better decisions about money in their later years. Even penitentiaries and prison systems have started incorporating financial literacy for their inmates. You know, Oregon State Penitentiary, they started an investment club for their inmates. East Jersey Prison finished third in statewide stock picking contest. So the possibilities to me is endless. And my number one vision for our investment club is I want us to master stocks. But what I want us to create is what I call a true investment club. Because just like we can invest in stocks, guess what else we can invest in? We can invest in land. We can invest in buildings. You know, we can invest in real estate. You guys, we can have income properties all over the place if we want to. We can purchase some abandoned homes, and we can fix them up, and we can turn the backyard into a garden, and we can get state funding as well, and at the same time give back to our community. You know, because there's a lot of communities that don't even have access to fresh vegetables and fruit. So we can be the change that we're looking for. But I have this vision, but I need all of you to be big thinkers as well. So I want us to be investing in stocks. I want us to be able to invest in real estate, and I want us to be able to invest in businesses. You know, there are a lot of franchises that are out there where we could collectively come in together, and we can own different franchises and spread them all across the country, you know, and I'm excited about that. So I'm excited about where we're going. I think this is the stepping stone. And of course, we can even become a family bank where we actually could lend money to other people who are interested in launching their dream businesses. So we could provide people with seed money. So, you know, I'm thinking big, and I hope you all excited about where we can take this. And if you have any other ideas of where we can take our investment club, I would love to hear it. We will all love to hear it. Okay. Now, I have decided to partner with Stocks and Stilettos Society. And the reason why I did that is, you all know that I'm a leader in myEcon, but I also have other business ventures that I'm a part of. So my time is really limited. So me being able to launch an investment club by myself is just not going to happen because I have limited time. So it made more sense for me to partner with a community of like-minded investors. Stocks and Stilettos going to provide us with a trading platform. They're also going to make sure that our tax filing and paperwork is in place, because basically what this is a partnership, you guys, and we're going to be splitting the profits and the losses equally together. And there are IRS forms that need to be filled out at the end of the year. You're going to have to complete, you know, a K-1 tax return for any profits that we may have and things like that. Stock and Stilettos is also going to provide us with training, education, support, recognition. They also have an online Facebook community, you know, so that we are part of a network of women. And what, you know, I do love Stocks and Stilettos because it was created for us, by us, and they're fantastic. You know, I've been a part of the Facebook online society for a while. They give some amazing investing information. So I feel like we are in extremely good hands. Now, the founder of Stocks and Stilettos is Cassandra Cummings. She has a bachelor's degree in accounting. She is a licensed financial advisor as well as a licensed investment advisor. She has a Series 7, 6, 63, 65 license, and she also have an insurance license in both life and health. She's partnered with Ernst & Young, AIG, MetLife, and the Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. She also is a registered investment advisor for RC Wealth Management, and which is her company. And as you know, she has a wealth of knowledge, you guys. If you were to just listen to some of her webinars, I'm telling you, she really does an amazing job in raising your financial IQ, and she is just so passionate in making sure that we all start participating, you know, in capitalism. So there's a reason why I want us to be investing. And that number one reason is for us to build wealth. You know, in the upper right hand corner is the racial wealth gap, you guys. Now here's the kicker, because there is a new report that actually was I think it went out today or yesterday from Fortune magazine, where they talked about how the racial wealth gap has actually gotten worse. You know, before, the wealth for white America was about $110,000. For Asian Americans, it was about $69,000. For Hispanics, it was $7,000, and for African Americans, it was about $5,000. Now, the difference in the wealth gap is for a lot of reasons. The number one reason is white America have a higher rate of home ownership, but they have homes that are paid off. So because their homes are paid off, they actually have an asset. Versus many people, they have homes, but because them homes are not paid off, they still have liabilities. And for a lot of people, they're not even in the process of home ownership because they are renting. And of course, the pay gap is really different. The unemployment rate is different. So that caused the difference in the wealth. But the red numbers is basically where we are right now. So in white America, their wealth has actually increased to $116,000. For Asian Americans, their income has, their wealth has increased to over $72,000. But for Hispanics, their wealth has actually decreased from 7,000 to 2,000. And then take a look at that number for African Americans. We have decreased from 4,000 to $1,700, you guys. See, net income, your net profit, that's how much money you make. But your net worth is how much money you keep. What do you have? So what is happening is that we have a whole lot of liabilities, but we don't have a lot of assets. And so for African Americans, it's $1,700. So this is why you need to be so passionate about telling people about myEcon, because it is obvious that we don't have our financial house in order. I mean, people lie, but numbers don't. Okay. And the reason why I said it's a state of emergency is that by 2053, which is 10 years after America is projected to become a majority non-white country, African Americans by 2053, if we stay on the same trajectory that we are on right now, will have zero wealth. So we're not even going to have 1,700, but $0. So you got people working 40 hours for 40 years, and they only got $1,700 to their name. The average African American has less than $50,000 in their 401k or they 403b. You guys, it's a problem, and we have to fix it, and we have to fix it through education. The reason why Stocks and Stilettos is targeting women, and why all these women is on this webinar right now, is because 60% of women handle the major investment decisions as well as the retirement planning for the family. 90% of women have no idea how to invest or choosing an investment vehicle, and 70% have never utilized a financial professional to help them put their financial plan together. Again, this is why myEcon is needed, because not only are we giving you the wealth strategies, but we also give you the cash flow manager so that you could track your expenses, get all those tax deductions, so you constantly minimizing your tax liability and increasing your cash flow so that your profitability goes up. But we also have the cash flow strategist, and the cash flow strategist actually puts your financial plan in order. Okay, it gives you the blueprint. It asks you about your debt. It asks you about your retirement. It asks you what you expect from your pension payments. It asks you how much you're cash flowing from income shifting. And they ask you when you want to retire. They ask you how much money you want to have coming in every month to maintain your current lifestyle. Because you don't want to work 40 years and then have to drop your lifestyle just because you didn't save enough. So we have the blueprint. That cash flow strategist, you guys, is an easy way for you to share this opportunity with people, because a lot of companies are out there teaching people about, well, I'm gonna help you make so much money, but if you don't show people what to do with their money, you don't show them how to direct their dollars, they still gonna be in trouble by the time they retire. So we're in the right company and at the right time. Let's take a look at who owns stocks. The reality is people who are making anywhere between 40 and 60,000, they are owning a great deal of stock. People who are making $80,000 a year is owning about 81% in stock. But what you have to understand with those numbers is that most of these people are owning their stocks through a 401k. So they're owning it through a mutual fund. And see, when you are investing through like a mutual fund, you don't really own a share in a company. You own a piece of a mutual fund. So what we want to do is we want you to have a piece of a company. So most of the people who make over $90,000 or six figures, 93% of them own individual stocks. Okay, so that's what we want you to do. It's okay to have a mutual fund through your 401k. You want to max it out, especially if you're getting dollar for dollar contributions. But what we want you to do is we want you to start owning an asset. And you own an asset by owning an individual stock. So we spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of money being number one consumers. Again, we are supporting capitalism, but you are not participating in capitalism until you become a stockholder, an individual stockholder. And so that's what I want to press upon to you. Now, with our investment club, there are going to be some decisions that we're going to need to make, So number one, we are going to have to decide what our investor profile is going to be, from whether or not we're going to have aggressive or whether or not we're conservative. I know majority of us may be over the age of 40. I know me personally, I have more of a moderately aggressive investor profile, but we're going to decide what our risk is together as a group. Okay. Again, we're also going to decide how much we're going to fund our investment group on a monthly basis. That's for us to decide. We're also going to decide the type of investments we're going to put our money in. Again, we're going to be purchasing individual stocks. We also can purchase, ETFs. And what I do love about ETFs is because it allows you to get into other investment vehicle markets. So there's ETFs for people who want to invest in gold and silver. There's ETFs for people who want to invest in real estate properties, but you don't want to personally be a real estate investor, or you don't want to tie your money up into a particular property. You can actually buy a portfolio of real estate where it's homes, is commercial properties, there's malls that are across the country, there's storage facilities across the country. We can actually invest in those type of investments. There's also ETFs for Bitcoin. That's a little bit less volatile than actually going and trying to buy an individual stock of Bitcoin. So we also can invest in mutual funds, and we can also invest in bonds and that things that are a little bit less riskier. The number one thing is our goal is to make money. Our goal is to make money with our stocks. So it's important that we're picking companies that got amazing growth. They've been around for a long time. Their profits are increasing every year. Their sales are increasing every year. Their debt ratios is dropping every year. Their price earnings ratio is at a certain place. So being able to evaluate stocks is something that we're going to be able to do. But at the end of the day, it's all about buying low and selling high, and making money and building our portfolio. Now, what the Stocks and Stilettos is going to do for us is they're going to support us. So they're going to provide us with online training modules. They're going to give us investment training. They're going to give us articles. There's going to be numerous webinar classes. And what I like about Stocks and Stilettos is they're going to show you how to do the different type of analysis, how to analyze stocks, how to look at the trend reports, how to look at charts, how to be able to calculate the valuation of a stock, being able to do research about, whether or not that company is in the news, what is some of their products that they're getting ready to introduce in the future, be able to look at companies and be able to read their financial statements, being able to read their stock investor reports and things like that. So they're going to give us that type of information. They're also going to give us webinars. I have went through some amazing training through Stocks and Stilettos. They have real estate webinars. They have Bitcoin webinars. Even the marijuana boom. More women are opening up marijuana dispensaries than men, actually. And there are actually stocks that you can invest in if you wanted to participate in that growing, profitable industry. And so there's a lot of webinars that you're going to have access to. So this is really the place that you want to be. They're also going to give us an investment community where we're going to be able to meet and see all the other Stocks and Stilettos investment clubs that are across the country. There's going to be a leaderboard because they're going to be showing the valuation of each club's stocks. So it's an opportunity for us to compete. And they give recognition and rewards for, top producing clubs. We're also going to get an operations handbook. We're going to get a resource session so we learn how to use the trading platform. And so there's, how to make a sale, how to buy stock, how to sell stock, how to put limits on certain things. They're going to give, we're going to get our partnership agreement. So they're going to get that filed. We're also going to have officer trainings. Of course, I'm one of the officers. I'm one of the presidents because I'm launching an investment club, but we are going to be voting on officers that's going to hold different positions within the company. And Stock and Stilettos is also going to have a weekly newsletter that's going to be going out with investing tips as well as some stock picks. So I'm just excited to be partnering with them because you're going to get a wealth of investment information that you can get someplace else, but to be able to have it in one place is awesome. And then I also have a lot of other materials that I have because I have been investing since I want to say maybe 1999, you guys. So there's a lot of information that I have, a lot of resources that you're going to have access to because of course you have access to me. So I'm excited about that. Now we're going to have an investment trading platform. So basically it's a brokerage account and everyone is going to have access to that trading portal. So everybody is going to have their individual logins to access the system. Now we are going to fund our investment accounts individually through our bank accounts. So when it's time to put money into the brokerage account so we can start purchasing a stock, you're not giving that money to me. It's actually going to be linked to your bank account and you're going to be able to fund it yourself. When we sell stock and we take a distribution of the profits, those profits are going to be split equally and deposited into our bank accounts. Now, everyone that participates in the group, you have the power within the system to add a stock pick. Okay, you can't buy a stock pick, but you can add a stock pick. And what's going to happen is when you submit a stock pick, it's going to notify all the investors. And what we're going to do is we're all going to vote on it. And if the majority wins, then that's the stock that we're going to be purchasing. The trading fee is $12.95. And that is split between all the members. So we probably be paying about 99 cents, a trade. We're also going to be getting what they call an opportunity loss analysis. And to me, I think this separates their trading platform from most trading platforms. So let's say, for example, somebody in a group said, I want to invest in Netflix. And we all vote and we all say, okay, we don't want Netflix. And so we don't buy Netflix. Because you submitted a stock pick, what this platform is going to do is it's going to, in the paper world, invest in that stock and then tell you what would have happened had you actually purchased the stock. So let's say we said no to Netflix, but Netflix took off and we missed an opportunity. They're going to be giving us reports that is going to show that, so that, number one, we can use it as a research tool, but at the same time, it's going to help us make better decisions, So we need to learn from our mistakes, basically. There's also going to be a daily valuation report, so we'll always know where our standing is in our portfolio, how much money we made for the day, the percents and all that. And it's also going to have some community results. That means that we're going to be able to see the value of other stocks and stiletto investment clubs, just to kind of see what the competition is looking like. Okay. Now, the week of September 25th, so that'll be that'll be Monday. There is going to be slideshows of the actual investment brokerage app, so you're going to be able to see some of the different screens and the technology that is behind this app. Okay. Now, let's talk about the investment club and what it's going to take. Now, I told everybody that each individual investment is $700. The investment club starts September 29th. That's when everything kicks off. Okay. Again, it's a $700 investment. So the very first thing that we have to do is we had to purchase our own investment club, because you can join other people's clubs, but I didn't want to join somebody else's club because I don't know them. I don't know them, and I don't know the personalities, and I wanted my own, and I wanted an investment club specifically to my myEcon team. So we're going to have our own investment club. Now, that investment club was $499. So what we are doing is we are all splitting the cost to pay for that $499 to have our own club and platform. Okay. Now, I have went ahead and made the investment of the $499 so that we had a club that is available to us to kick off on September 29th. So depending on the number of people who join the club will determine how much we each are going to pay for that $499. Okay. And I'm going to email you all an invoice, and that invoice is going to range from $24 to $99, depending on how many people actually join. Okay. The second fee is the Stocks and Stilettos membership fee. So we are partnering with Stocks and Stilettos, so they have a membership fee to join their club, and that membership fee is $99. So when you pay $99, you are going to get your investment toolkit in the mail, and it's going to give you a lot of different goodies, different things for us to run our meetings, some investment education, flashcards of different investing terminologies, so you can, again, increase your IQ, financial matrix, and like I said, investment training. And again, that's $99. Stock and Stilettos is going to invoice you for the $99. Okay. The third investment is the $500 to fund the brokerage account. Okay. So basically, here's what it is. So when I said the $700 investment, I was estimating that $200 of that $700 was going to go toward the administrative fees of setting up the investment club and paying for our Stock and Stilettos membership, and the other $500 is going to be for you to be able to do your piece of funding the brokerage account. So your $500 is going to go to actual stocks that we are going to pick as a group. Okay, so again, once we fund our brokerage account, we're going to meet online on a monthly basis. We're going to research companies together. We're going to train together. We're going to get education together. We're going to vote on our trades together. Again, majority rules. We're going to be able to share different information, and we also get to share in all the profits that we earn. Now, because we all are pooling and investing $500 a piece, we're going to have anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 in order for us to start investing in stocks. And I think that is so cool. Again, you're going to fund your account through your bank account. So here's what needs to happen in order for us to get started. For the people who are interested in getting started and joining the investment club, again, the investment club starts September 29th. So everybody has to be in, everybody has to be paid by September 29th. But what I am pushing for is for everyone to at least have paid your Stock and Stilettos membership of $99 by September 25th or September 26th. So what I need everyone to do is I need you to give me your email address. So you can put your email address in the chat box, or you can send me your email address through Messenger, or you can send me your email address through a text message. I need your email address because I have to fill out paperwork with Stocks and Stilettos. I need to list everybody who's going to participate in the membership, and Stocks and Stilettos is going to send you an invoice to your email address for $99. So everybody who is interested in being a part of this investment club, I need your email address, and I need you to pay your invoice by September 25th or September 26th, okay? Stocks and Stilettos will send you the email. I'm going to give them the paperwork tomorrow, so I really would like everybody's emails tonight so I can submit the paperwork tomorrow. Then she'll send you an invoice this week, and I really want you to have it paid by September 25th, September 26th, okay? Why do I want you to do that? Because that's going to tell me how many people is joining the investment group. So if we got 5 people that's joining the investment group, when I send the invoice for us to split up the $4.99, that means that us 5 is going to pay $99 each for the investment club setup. If it's 10 people or if it's 20 people, then we all are going to be paying $24 just to set up our clubs. You know, so basically that $4.99 is going to be divided by the number of people who actually join the club. The more people who join the club, the less it costs for each one of us, okay? But the number one thing that I need you to do is to pay the $99 for the membership. Now, once that is paid, because we already have our investment club that, you know, there for us because I went ahead and paid the $500. But once everybody paid their $99 membership, on September 29th, everything opens. That means that the investment club is set up, our brokerage account is set up, and after that, we're going to submit some paperwork. Everybody is going to be able to do their access to the brokerage account, and then everybody can put in their bank information. And then when we say press go, we all are going to fund our brokerage account with $500. So when we all going to do it, we all going to do it at the same time. And like I said, we're going to have buying power of $2,500 to $10,000 for us to start investing in stocks. And I'm so super excited about that because I already have a list. I got my list already created of some stocks that we want to start researching and possibly invest in. So again, I said the investment was $700 a piece. Again, I was saying $200 toward administration and setting up the platform. That $200 may be lower. We might be paying anywhere from 120, spend 125 to 200 just upfront costs, and then later we fund our brokerage account for $500. So again, if you are not in a situation where you got $700 to invest, this is not for you. But for those people who got that emergency fund set up, you want to start paying off some debts, you ready to get into the investment game, you ready to invest with the big girls, and really build a portfolio that's going to excite you, but also put us in position to be able to invest in other avenues like real estate and other businesses. This is where you want to be. So again, I need everybody, send me your email if you are interested in being participating so I can submit the paperwork tomorrow, because we have to have everything in by September 29th. Okay, so if you know anybody else that might be interested, I did record this webinar, so you'll be able to see the replay. But again, I need everybody in. So what I'm going to do, but I'm finna open it up for questions. And again, once we get our system set up after September 29th, our next meeting will be October 9th. And on October 9th, we're going to basically overview our brokerage system. I'm going to be able to pull the system up on the screen, share my screen so we can kind of see, how the system works. We're also going to be doing some training as well. And then we're going to create a list. I actually want everybody, and this is something that you can start working on now, especially if you're interested in participating. Start thinking about companies whose stock you would like to own. So I want everybody to, write a list. And right before our October 9th meeting, I'm going to send out a message and have you all share your list with me, and I'll compile one big list. And what we'll do is we'll take that list and we'll start doing research on the different companies, and then we can take a vote and we can start buying our first stocks. So I'm definitely excited about that. Again, we're going to have monthly online meetings, and then I'm looking for maybe like springtime around April to have Cassandra Cummings actually come out and do an investment webinar for us, as well as for those who may be interested in joining our investment club or starting another investment club for other team members in our organization. So when we start this investment club, we all are going to be investing, and our money going to be locked in at least for 6 months. It will open up in April to allow other people to be able to join the club with us, and then we can also branch off and set up even more investment clubs as well. Now, Stocks and Stilettos is an all-woman organization, okay? So, but our investment clubs, we do have authority to run our investment club any way we want to. So it's not closed to men. So if there are men who are interested in joining our investment club, they can participate. What they won't have access to is the Stocks and Stilettos Facebook group, because that is for women. But the investment club itself, we can have men, we can have women. It doesn't matter. And of course, you already know why I'm starting with the ladies, because we really is the head of the houses. Okay, so I'm excited. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up for if you have questions. If I can't answer your question, I'll definitely contact Cassandra and get your questions answered. So I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just want to be clear. How long are they locked in? At least into 6 months?
At least 6 months. I mean,
Okay.
you have the power to say, I don't want to be in it at all. And you have that power to do that. It just puts everybody else in a situation because all our money is tied up in investment. Okay, so if you can't take $500 and leave it somewhere for 6 months, then this may not be for you, because that's really really what it is. And then, like I said, we decide if we want to add $25 a month or $50 a month to continue to grow the investment. If we had 10 people, that's a great deal of money, and it's all about consistency. Investing is all about consistent investing contributions every single month and watch it grow. I've had investment portfolios that I've had since 1999 where I have not touched the money, and that is because I'm trying to build my asset to a level so that when I'm ready to sit down and I don't want to work and I don't want to do anything else, that investment is going to be paying me, and that's my personal goal for myself. And of course, you can will your stuff to your kids, so that matters. Any other questions?
Angela.
Yes.
I wanted to ask about, the list that we're going to put together as far as what stocks that we would like to suggest. You're going to compile them, but you have any suggestions on what we should be thinking about? I mean, that's the biggest part of the investing is knowing what stocks. So that's probably the hardest part.
Well, first, once we get into the system, we're going to do some training as far as picking the right stocks. But I still tell people you want to look for companies that has been in business for a long period of time. Sometimes you might get information of companies that's about to launch or companies that's only been around like 3 to 4, 5 years. That's not really where we want to go. We want to position ourselves where we're not losing money. And think about places that you spend your money. You know what I'm saying?
One of the things you talked about was Bitcoin too, because that does go up and down fairly.
Yeah, it's off the chain. You have to be able to stomach Bitcoins, because sometimes it can hit really, really good, and you can make some really good money real fast, but it also can drop. And so that's why if we decide that we want to try investing in Bitcoin, we will just allocate a small piece of our money to that. But like, say for example, I don't know, I'm not necessarily a McDonald's. I'm not necessarily, I'm not
that background.
Okay.
I guess I'm thinking in terms of diversity.
Yeah.
I was just thinking in terms of diversity, just having a good mix of stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to give some suggestions. I always say, think about where you spend your money. If you are I'm not necessarily at McDonald's every day, but let's say if you at McDonald's every day, McDonald's ain't going nowhere. Okay. So that might be a company that's listed on your stock. For a lot of us, especially if you want to get into let's say you want to be a part of that marijuana industry. That's what Avi is, the spinoff of Abbott's that is right here in our local area. So Avi is a very lower risk investment into the marijuana industry, if you're interested. Of course, anything that has to do with baby boomers, because there's so many of them. There's so many people on pharmaceutical drugs. So we definitely might want to get into, the biotech industry, pharmaceutical companies, Johnson and Johnson. There's a Coca-Cola, things that we know are not going to be going out of business no time soon. But of course, we're also going to have information of areas where we can take advantage of. Now, I have a list of stocks that Warren Buffett's investment club invest in. We can do that too. You're going to also learn how to research where, you know, the big wigs, where the wealthy people, what are they investing in? So you're going to learn that too, where we can kind of mirror what they're doing. Now we're doing it out on a smaller scale because we don't have millions of dollars, but we still have the ability to purchase those companies just like they do. So I have a list of all the stocks that Warren Buffett invests in, and I also got a list of stocks of all the stocks that Bill Gates invest in, you know, so we can mirror that. We just a smaller group, you know, so there's a lot of things that you can do. And that's why I want everybody to kind of think of places that you consistently spend a lot of your money at. We spend a lot of money on cell phones. Okay, so so everybody should be owning some Apple. Okay, you know, we spend a lot of money on our cell phone providers. So there's Verizon's, there's Sprint, there's a lot of things. You know, we spend a lot of time, a lot of money buying cars. You know, so that's what I want everybody to just kind of think of, some stocks that you would like to own that you haven't had an opportunity to participate in. And then I'm going to be giving recommendations as well, just so that we have a well diversified, you know, list of things that we could purchase. Because I like commodities myself. I like options. I like purchasing gas. I like purchasing oil. You know, I like purchasing corn. You know, actually the best time to start investing, you know, to buy gas is like in June, July, because by the time the fall and the winter come, boy, it goes straight up to the roof, you know. So that's things that I like to do. But that's something that we're going to learn together collectively as a group. So if anybody else have any other questions, just mute your background. I think there's a place where you can unmute your background.
Well, I'm just really excited. I think, you know, that's the big thing about this is that I've never really done it. I'm doing my little baby investing right now, but, you know, collectively, I think we're going to do some great things. So
We are. I'm excited too because, you know, don't nobody take time to teach you stuff like this. They really don't. You know, not without you spending thousands of dollars to get in the know. So I just feel like we're in a place right now this is a good place for us to be in. It's a good place that we are actually in myEcon, because things is going to change in the next couple of years. And there's going to be a lot of hurt people out there. And though we can't force people to do anything, but I do feel like it's a sense of urgency that we need to get out there and we need to talk to people, and they need to get really, really serious about their financial situation. So I'm just excited because I can't wait till our portfolios are so big and we can go buy us some wing stops. I want a whole bunch of wing stops. You know what else we can do? We should have the very first vegan restaurants out here in all our little areas. I'm telling you, the trend is people are going vegan. And Marta, you need to go vegan too.
I'm not ready for that. I still love my meat.
No,
but,
we have no meat.
Like a vacation one time, you know.
We're going vegan. And I want a vegan fast food where I can get my yams, my greens, my cabbage, everything in one place. That's all I need.
No,
yes, Marta.
Nope.
What's Tanika? Because she's not going vegan.
Tanika sleep.
Yeah,
look at her.
Y'all.
Tanika sleep, y'all. That's a shame.
You know, we should do like a vacation.
You was sleep. Don't try to pop up. She gonna try to pop up. She was asleep.
Hey, Angie. There's a question in the chat that says, what brokerage? Let me find the chat. Let me find it. It says, what brokerage is the brokerage account with?
They Stocks and Stilettos have their own brokerage account. So their brokerage account is branded to them. So, but I'm pretty sure on the back end, it could be Ameritrade, it could be something else, but it's branded to them. So it's their stock portfolio platform. And so, like I said, next week when they do their do webinars on the app itself, because we're going to be able to access the app from our computer. We're also going to be able to download that trading app on our phone. I'll make sure that everybody is invited to that so that you can see, and ask the man who designed it for them, ask him questions as well. But yeah. But trust me, if I didn't believe in her, or hadn't been participating in the groups and hadn't been getting training from them, I wouldn't recommend it. Yes, go ahead, Carolyn.
Is the app something that we can track our trades? Like as we purchase a stock, we can watch and see the performance?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like I said, it's going to give us everything as if you went Ameritrade or E-Trade or something like that. But what I do like is they also track all the stocks that we turn down. Because when we put a stock out there, we all have to vote on it. So even if we vote no, they're still going to track the performance of that stock, so we can see whether or not we made a good decision or we made a bad decision, and then we can learn from any mistakes that we made.
Like let's say we chose a particular company stock. Before we even invest in it, we'll get like a history of what it's the performance it's done in the past 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna give us the information of where we can go so that we can do that type of research. Yes. And we'll do it together. Go ahead.
As a group, but is there an opportunity? What if we wanted to like do our own, maybe a side account or something?
If you want to do a side account, it won't be through Stocks and Stilettos. So if you do want to do a side account, then I would recommend that you get you a Ameritrade account, or an E-Trade account or something like that.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have both of those, and I still have them, still running them. So you can do your individual trade. Yeah. Because I might be a little bit more aggressive than most. So I'm going to continue to do all my aggressive picks on the side.
Right.
Hi, Tina.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. I didn't know I was on camera.
Yeah, girl, we see you finna eat that food. I don't know what you finna have, but
and I just got in from church, just some pasta.
Hi, Samantha. I see you too. And Mary Lomax.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to see me.
I can see y'all. Y'all just don't know. We can see y'all.
I'm Bonnet Chronicles right now. I'm Bonnet Chronicles.
Honey, that's okay, because Alicia Bodie is too.
I sure am. I'm laying down. Yeah.
I'm glad Tanika woke up. Okay.
Those ladies on the line.
Right. So again, if you're interested in participating, make sure you send your email. You can send it to me. You can post it in the chat. You can also text me your email or send me a message through Messenger. That way tomorrow I can fill out the paperwork and give them the names of everybody who is supposed to be participating. And then Stocks and Stilettos will send you an invoice for the $99. So, and that just gets everybody in, and we ready to rock and roll. And like I say, once they have the brokerage account set up, then we can fund our 500s. Go ahead.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
I know that you said don't invest if you don't have your emergency fund up to 4,000. Now,
or at least so where you're not gonna need the 500 for at least 6 months. But I know that things happen because life happens. So you
like me, I don't have 4,000 emergency fund, but I do have the $700 to invest that I can do without for 6 months. You
sure?
So yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. As long as you sure,
I'm sure. I don't have 4,000 emergency fund, but I do have over 1,000. You know what I mean? But
okay.
And plus the 700 to invest. But my question is though, if let's say I wait till the next reopening in April. Would I be able to purchase the $99 the kits?
Yeah, so if you don't join now, when we open back up in April, given that we don't already have 20 people, because you can only have 20 people to a group, so once it's maxed out, that's it. But if we don't have that, then yeah, you will pay $99 to join our group.
You can get the kit if you don't have the 20 people.
Maybe I'm confused on what you say.
Okay, here, because there's three. You have the investment, you have the $99 for the kit, and then you have, of course, what we're gonna split for the platform and everything.
Yeah.
Now, let's say I'm gonna wait till the reopening for April.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get the kit now, and then in April?
No.
Okay, so you have to get everything all at once. Okay,
absolutely.
That's cool.
So no, you can't do that. So the people who get the people who pay the $99 and actually get the kits are the people who are ready to invest now. Okay, so what you would have to do is you would just have to wait to April, and again, if we haven't reached our limits, you're gonna have to join somebody else's investment group, or we may launch another group, within the Lifestyle Changers. But that group will be separate. It'll be headed by somebody else. I'm not going to be heading that group. I can only do one at a time at the moment. Okay. Any other questions?
So Angela, it don't matter if you don't get 10 people, you're still gonna do it though, right? If you don't get to 20 people, no matter how many people. Right, I'm just saying, but no matter how many people, whether it's 4 or 5, you're still gonna go ahead.
Absolutely. Okay. When I first thought about the investment club, I was thinking about 5 people. Okay. And of course, the more the merrier. And whatever we do, whatever we make, we split whoever in the group. So if it's 5, that money is split 5 ways. So of course, the more people that participate, that's more of a bigger pool. We had 10 grand, we can get a whole lot of stocks. We got $10,000 to work with. So it's going on. So whoever want to participate, let me know tonight so I can submit the paperwork tomorrow so that they can send the $99 link to you. And please try to pay that $99 by Monday or Tuesday. That way I have an idea of how many people are participating in this group.
Okay, so I'm gonna email you mine because I can't find the chat button again. This phone, I tell you, I want my Android back.
Android. All right, Melinda, you better send me that text, honey. With your I might know your email. I can't remember. I probably already got your email, honey pie. So make sure y'all shoot me the emails. And we'll go from there. And again, I'm excited. This is new. I'm always into something, but I'm just excited about where we can take this, you guys. I really want us to be everywhere. People gonna know about us. They're gonna be like, man, that Lifestyle Change Investment Group, they off the chain. They do stuff. That's what I want. I want people to follow us. And we're gonna set the trend. Huh?
Make a name?
Make a name?
Yeah.
No, I'm just basic name. No, just Lifestyle Changes. Nothing. I got you, Alicia Brody. I got you, Samantha. Oh, make sure that y'all send me y'all full names, because y'all be sending me stuff through Messenger, and y'all Facebook name is I'm So Chocolately Beautiful. I don't know who that is. I don't know.
No.
I'm like, who is this? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So
I sent you mine.
Right, y'all make me have to do research. I'll be like, who is this?
Well, my name is in my email, so you got mine.
Yeah.
We got MSM Cunningham. Like, who is MSM? I have to know it's Marta. I don't know what that is. I'm just saying. Y'all crazy, but okay. And so Samantha Rogers, thank you, honey. Cause I'll be like, who is Sam Rock? Who is that? I don't know who that is. I just don't know. But now I know who that is. Okay. Okay. It's late at night. It's after 10 o'clock. I'm tired. Y'all know I need to go to bed. I get silly. Melinda, see you talking. I can't even hear you. What you say?
I said it's 11 o'clock in Ohio.
Oh. Well, see,
I was just getting ready to say the same thing.
We're an hour ahead, but it's okay. What's up? Yeah. What's up, Sam? Hey, Tina. What's up, girl?
What's up, girl?
It's 11 o'clock here, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got y'all up past y'all bedtime.
It's cool.
All right. I'm just glad y'all came.
We're gonna need to invest in this stuff.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I'm just glad y'all all came and hung out with me. I'm excited about where we going. We about to blow up. Everybody and their mama's gonna wish they join myEcon after they see the moves we about to make. I'm telling you.
I'm loving it.
But we can show them better than we can tell them.
Right.
Hey ladies, I just wanted to share that me and the Cincinnati team, we're doing a wine and wealth event here at my house next week. So wish us good luck. And,
absolutely.
Good luck.
Yay!
Yay!
Awesome. In Ohio, so we are moving Sam to EVP and her team member to EVP, and I'm working on goal, and we got some financial goals we're working on over here.
All right. Well, y'all gonna make that happen. And anytime that people are drinking wine, their minds open up. They're gonna open up to the possibilities of more. So that's the perfect environment. You got to feed their mind.
Exactly. Help them see things more clearly.
Right. Yeah, they see it more. They're gonna be like, watch. They're gonna be drinking and be like, you know what? You so right. You right.
That makes a lot of sense.
You right.
Especially if it's red wine. Especially if it's red wine, they really gonna.
Yeah.
That's
we got a wine of wealth event that's coming up this Saturday.
Yep, at Opal's place. Yes, I'll be there.
Yeah, so we're gonna have one this Saturday at Opal's place. So I'm gonna make sure that I got my red wine and my white wine and the pink wine and the blush wine and the yellow wine. All the colors gonna be lined up for me. And my mind is gonna be opened, and hopefully theirs is too. So I'm excited about that, you guys. So
I'm excited.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Ohio, y'all have an amazing event, and I don't know if y'all have if y'all do have access to a TV and y'all can get online, y'all can always chime me in so I can say hi to everybody. So
okay, cool. We can do that.
I would love to photobomb y'all event.
All right, Sam, you here?
I hear.
All right. Well,
all right, have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Bye-bye.
Look at our investment club. Yeah.
Y'all ready to back out now.
Yeah.